Live.
Yeah. It's always Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Mm.
I don't know why. It seems I should make a tracker app.
Mm-hmm. Track my headache.
Trackmyheadache.com.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yay, there it is.
There it is.
There it better be. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little?
I see it.
Okay,
Hello,
that's
hello?
good. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're good.
I heard me.
Yeah. Your bar drops to 0 when you're not talking. Whereas mine always has a little rumble rumble.
Hmm.
Kilgore Void, Craig Turpian.
Turn on the old lamp.
Let's wait just 1 minute to let some of the stragglers get on, and then I'll start zenithaling.
The stragglers.
Yeah, who aren't here in the first 5 seconds.
Yeah.
My strange brain, hello.
Hey, hey.
Ooh, also, for this zenithal is brought to you by Liquitex acrylic paint. I'm trying out a new ink. Before I've been using Higgins white, and it was fine. Hopefully this will get me the buttery zenithal I've been after. Maybe.
Have you tried it yet?
No.
Ooh.
Just got it a day or two ago, and I have not zenithaled anything since. Oop. It is going on nice. A little. There's the compressor. Good.
Mm-hmm.
So is this model going to be voiced, or can we save everyone some time and let us use our own internal monologue? Kilgore Void is making fun of Fallout 4. Because in Fallout 4 they had a voiced protagonist in an RPG game, which is usually a no-no. Ooh, also, what I'm liking about this zenithal is it's going on very transparent. If you look at it, it's almost like a dull gray after one coat. And so we'll see if I can build this all the way up to white.
Wow.
There we go. Zen has been reached. I will be praising and roasting Fallout 4 throughout these streams. Lucky Bat, hello! I love Fallout New Vegas more than life itself. I have not played Fallout 4 yet, although I own it. And maybe one day I'll own a computer that can run it. You never know.
You never know, but you can always hope.
Yeah. Okay, let's get the doggos while I got the ink out.
What are the dogs' names?
I'm not sure yet. One, maybe Spike is the bad one, and then
Fido.
Fido is the good one. Perfect.
Hey, Void 16.
Fallout 4 has a lot of strengths and weaknesses. The problem is that New Vegas is so efficient and sensible. The problem is New Vegas is so good it had a lot of shoes to fill. Dog meat and pariah dog if you want to be canon friendly. That was probably a little much. One thing about this miniature, not much of an ass. He's pretty flat back there.
You have to paint the ass on.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tutorial.
Yeah.
How to paint asses.
Man, the Zenithal really brings the model to life.
Yeah.
Ooh, printing the Mechanicus cookie cutter as we chat. Nice.
Oh, I have to see that.
Casey Lance, hey guys, sorry I haven't been around. I'm homeless now. Oh my goodness, Casey Lance.
Oh my God. I'm doing all right. Hopefully starting training to be an HVAC tech soon. Yeah, good luck.
HVAC is
Best
a good
of luck
field.
to you. Mm-hmm.
I love when models come with sculpted bases, and I love that there's a teddy bear on this base. Question for Zenithal painting, can you use a regular spray paint for the whites? I know the black must be a primer, but should the white also be a primer? The black doesn't have to be a primer. You could do a Zenithal over any color. Zenithal is just recreating light. It's not necessarily a formula black and white thing. So you could base blue and then highlight with a lighter blue, or you could base it black and then spray a red on top. Primer should always be the coat that goes on the naked model. So every coat after that should probably be an actual paint. But like if you just have a rattle can of red primer, that should do just fine. And a lot of the times they don't sell a lot of companies sell paint and primer plus. They don't sell just primer anymore, which is kind of annoying. But it's probably the exact same thing.
With a fancy name.
Mm-hmm. Well, good luck, Casey Lance.
Yeah, good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Hope to hear from you soon.
Yeah.
Do you have the army painter butt wash to bring out this dude's booty?
That's a new product, right? I don't think I have the butt wash yet.
Doesn't it come on your wash set?
No.
You might want to contact Amazon.
Yep.
Because I think they're missing something.
All right, that should do it with the zenithal. So now, do I just blast him with blue paint through the airbrush, or do I use a wash? Let's see. Fallout Vault jumpsuit. Also, it looks like this jumpsuit is Vault 111. Does anybody know if that has any particular place in the game or in the history of Fallout? Alright, so it looks to be a magic blue. Or maybe no, it looks like an ultramarines blue. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Vallejo blue paints are excellent.
Mm-hmm. They're very good.
Which one? It's definitely... Boy, it's kind of a mixture between ultramarines blue and heavy blue. It's kind of an ultramarines blue in the shadows, but I'm going to blast it with some heavy blue.
I love to get blasted with some heavy blue.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, speaking of, you guys in the chat are talking about decals again. I went and I found my decals that were misprints. So as you can see, I'm showing on the video a perfect decal sheet. This is the old Chaos one.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, a lot of color. And it looks like, from the misprint, it looks like a lot of the colors are applied in separate passes. Because here is the misprint one.
I'm waiting for it to show up for me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yep.
Here, let me see if I can real quick get the camera so they can see it a little better. But yeah, so you can tell a lot on, especially like on these faces where the red and the white look like they're in the right spot, but the outline is completely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it looks like the black pass is what is definitely wrong on all of these. And then here you can see right next to each other the correct hazard stripes and then the misprint hazard stripe.
It's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. And then up here some Slaneshi symbols that have completely missed their white dots.
Mm-hmm.
But funnily enough, all of the decals that use blue are perfect. The Zinch symbols are perfect. The World Eaters, the green, the blue, and the white all worked out. It was just the black that messed up.
Wow.
But yeah, fun little piece of history.
Mm-hmm. And a future court case.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I bought them from a bit seller, so.
Yeah, so you're still gonna sue, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna sue them and Games Workshop.
Mm-hmm.
So we're starting a GoFundMe.
Yes, of course.
For this lawsuit. We're aiming to get $100,000.
Mm-hmm. At least.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
No way, I hate Vallejo Magic Blue. Mine came out like a gel rather than a nice Vallejo acrylic paints. Huh. It's odd. All of my Vallejos are pretty much perfect. Some of them are a little thicker than others though. And some of them separate pretty easily, like the tans. Whatever formula they have for tans like to separate.
That is very true. So are you gonna go with an airbrush, or are you gonna brush it on?
Yeah, I'm gonna airbrush it.
Ooh.
First, I gotta clean out my airbrush though.
Oh my gosh.
Those misprints are now a Games Workshop rarity and are worth big money to collectors. Probably not, but it's kind of fun that I have it. I think there was a bit seller who was selling transfer sheets for like 10 cents, and so I bought a lot.
Was it just like random ones?
Yeah, from all factions.
Wow. That's pretty neat. Now you put decals on your body.
Mm-hmm.
Like those tattoos.
Soon Games Workshop will have to write you guys monthly checks.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Right,
Magnus the Red in
them.
chat today. And they're starting an Archon.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I subscribe to the idea that Magnus did nothing wrong. Alright, I'll be back in 2 seconds. I gotta rinse out the old air gun.
1, 2. Lies. That was a good old-fashioned lie from Jay again. I'm working on the old secret kill team currently. Locking in some base coding stuff. And is editing the video for tomorrow, which is going to be sweet. I'm very, very, very excited for it. I got to try out a bunch of fun little editing tricks and things. So right after the stream, I'll be running to finish the rest of it because I have a lot more to go. A lot more to go indeed. Wow. That was a lot more than 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You said 2 seconds exactly.
That is true.
Love the videos. Yeah. Nick keeps the channel breathing. No rest for Nick. That's yep.
Yep.
It's a late night every Tuesday.
ZNubiQ can't say tonight, just stopping by to say collect biddies every day.
I love that.
And Magnus the Red was painting an Archon. Which model is an Archon? Is that Eldar? Archon.
Isn't that, yeah, the big old red one? Red and yellow?
Red and yellow. No, isn't that the Kane? Or the fire guy?
Is that the same model?
Archon is an Age of Sigmar guy. Okay.
Nah, it all makes sense.
Well, yeah, Magnus the Red can exist outside of time and space, probably because of warp shenanigans.
Right.
So.
That's a fun noise.
Yeah, I'm trying to really water this down because I don't want it to cover amazingly, because I don't want it to cover up my Zenithal.
Right.
All right, how's that? Pretty wet and watery.
So am I.
And a little splattery, but that's just my airbrush.
Did you ever determine what you're gonna do?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and buy the stuff because I want to use my airbrush and I want to love my airbrush. And yeah.
So you're gonna get a new nozzle for this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a new needle nozzle for this one because this is a really nice airbrush, and I'm gonna get a 0.15 millimeter, which is like insanely small. But I'm only gonna use this for OSL, highlighting. For anything else, I'm gonna get myself a Badger Patriot 105. And I'm going to use that for priming, zenithal, base coating, just everything. Varnishes. I'm gonna baby my Harder and Steinbeck Infinity.
That makes sense.
Because when I first got into airbrushing, I would airbrush everything, and now I hardly airbrush anything but the base coat. I want to get back to that magical place. Wow, look at how blue that is.
Do you think it's just... Yeah, it is very blue. Do you think it's just because it's been annoying recently?
It's been annoying recently. I've gone through a couple of needles over time, and I started out using this one with a 1.5 needle, and then I broke it, but I bought a set that came with a 1.5 and a 4 millimeter, and I'm using a 4 millimeter now, which is kind of big. So it's just not capable of like really fine detail, like I would want it to be. And yeah, I don't know if I'm just mistreating it, but I've been wrestling with it, and I had compressor problems,
right?
Hose problems. I just want to get me and airbrushing back to a good place. So we're gonna go to counseling. Right. We're gonna
you're gonna try to get the marriage back together.
Yeah.
And do it for the kids, remember?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, for the kids. I bent my nozzle the other day, and mine works interestingly now. Transitions using airbrush. Can you do it? Transitions are like the easiest thing to do with an airbrush.
I think the easiest thing to do with an airbrush is to not use it at all.
Yes, that's true.
I think buying it's the easiest part.
Yeah. Man, this guy sure is little.
Yeah.
Alright, that ought to do it for blue. Boom, model's done. That's how much work Bethesda did on Fallout 4.
Ooh.
Alright, and then is that it for airbrushing? It should be. I guess I could airbrush the dogs. But I'm not completely sure what I'm doing with the dogs yet. Okay, Lucky Bat. What type of dogs are these?
And we need scientific names, please.
Yeah. If you take the Mini and smash it, it would look just like characters at the launch of Fallout 74. Yeah, Fallout 74 is the open world Fallout, right? Or not the open, they're all open worlds. But the online Fallout, where you can do multiplayer. Which is an interesting choice for an RPG.
So it's just an MMO?
Yeah, seemingly. Canine dogs. I mean, all dogs are Canis lupus family familiars because they're all the same species. Great, Lucky Bat.
I disagree.
All right, now I know.
Yeah, so just paint it like all dogs.
Yeah. All right, I guess I will start out by highlighting the blue. Slaanesh in Age of Sigmar is mostly demons on the tabletop, severely lacking in mortals. Make them dog-colored. Yes, that's one of the ideas I was thinking of going with.
Mm-hmm. You should make them tie-dyed. Have you ever seen those people that tie-dye their dogs because they're bad people?
Yeah, that doesn't seem... I mean, I'm sure whatever dye they bought on Amazon is dog safe. Probably, maybe. I remember playing Fallout New Vegas and doing the King's quests so that I could get the dog companion. And I was doing a mostly pacifist run. It's really hard to do a true pacifist run in New Vegas, but I accidentally did all the missions, and then at the end you have to fight the NCR, and I was like, oh my god, I don't want to fight the NCR. And so I kept hopping back previously into my saves, and I couldn't go back far enough to change it. So I was like, well, I guess I'm fighting the NCR this life.
One time I fought a VCR. It wouldn't
Did you
get the
win?
tape out. Yeah, I yanked the tape out, but I also broke the VCR.
Every Fallout game is canon except Brotherhood of Steel. Forget that game. It does not exist, and it never did. What is Brotherhood of Steel?
Exactly. You're giving him blue balls.
Yeah. Oh no, autofocus.
Looks
You're
like it's
letting me
having a
down,
hard.
brother.
It looks like it's having a hard time with him.
Yeah. Here, I can fix that. There we go.
Yeah.
All I will say is this. In Brotherhood of Steel, they took out Nuka-Cola and replaced it Balls Guarana energy drink. I don't know, that still sounds funny. Balls Guarana energy drink. I think they both have a place. They in Fallout New Vegas, they have Sunset Sarsaparilla, which is a competitor to Nuka-Cola. Is this blue different enough to be a highlight color? I'm not really seeing it on the model.
I'm not seeing it on the camera.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, who cares about the camera?
I do.
What color are parts of this suit? I mean, I know it's blue, but... What's not funny is the real-world product placement. Ah, yes.
I mean, that sounds pretty funny. They do a real-world product placement?
Yeah, I could probably use a little more contrast.
Eons of Battle is sponsored by Apple.
Yeah! Holy cow, wouldn't that be great?
Get the new MacBook Pro.
Mm-hmm. Comes with no ports.
No ports. Also doesn't come with a keyboard.
No, you don't need that.
There's a keyboard dongle, though.
Yes. Yeah, get your keyboard dongle. You know, though, it was very brave of them to remove the headphone jack and all the ports from their computers.
Mm-hmm.
The nice thing about getting rid of all that stuff is...
Yeah.
And that's what people were asking for.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, hey, on the new phone, can you get rid of one of the 2 ports that I desperately need?
Mm-hmm. Well, just adapt and change. I hate them normalizing the word dongle. You would think that they would have a better name for it.
Yeah. There probably is. What is it officially dongle?
What would be a better name than dongle? Because, you know, dong is in the name.
Yeah.
That might not be a great name for a thing.
Grandma, have you seen my dongle? Your what?
Mm-hmm.
A converter? Or a
convertible?
Yeah. I wonder when they were talking about unveiling the new the loss of the headphone jack, if they were like, well, we have to say something.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone was just like, they're gonna buy it. Mm-hmm. What's the worst thing we can say and they'll still buy it?
Maybe freedom connector?
A dingle?
A dingle. A dingus?
Yeah.
Power connector. A ding dong.
They could have called it the thing we accidentally forgot to install on the phones.
Hmm. Oh, they didn't forget.
No.
A humperdink.
Well, they take away the headphone jack so that they can not make the phones thinner.
Hmm. But yeah, I mean, do you want your phone to be any thinner than it is?
No, I want it to be thicker. Presumably they could fit more stuff in there if it was thicker.
Hmm. Maybe a bigger battery.
Yeah. I mean, as long as it's not an actual brick, it's fine.
Mhm. Yeah, if it still fits in the old pocket.
Yeah.
I miss the old school iPods. They looked so cool back then.
Oh,
Hell
the
yeah,
little
they did.
square ones
Hmm.
with the tiny baby screen?
Hmm. But they had the wheel.
Ah.
I thought they looked pretty sick too.
Yeah, I can totally see why the video screen won.
Oh yeah, no, it totally makes sense. But
Remember the
I don't know.
iPod Nano?
Hmm. I had an iPod Nano.
Could the iPod Nano play music, or did you have to use headphones?
I think you had to use headphones.
Hmm.
I don't remember. I think it had a click. I don't remember if it had a speaker. I don't think it. At least mine didn't. Um, I remember I played. You could play Sonic the Hedgehog on it.
How? Did it have a screen?
Yeah.
The iPod
The
Nano
Nano?
had a screen?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
iPod Nano always had a screen. You're thinking of the Shuffle. Shuffle didn't
Oh.
have a screen.
As you guys can see, I'm trying to paint the ass on.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Yeah, look at that ass.
Mm-hmm. I'm amazed by Bethesda. Their Fallout game engine hasn't changed hardly since 2008. I mean, what major advancements in technology have occurred since 2008?
Yeah, everything's different.
No, everything's exactly the same. You misspoke.
Oh. Did you ever see the prank guy on YouTube? The prank a guy on YouTube pulled where he told people that there was still a headphone jack on the on that model iPhone, but you had to drill into the body to access it.
I had not
No, but that
heard
sounds
this.
amazing.
But if anyone drilled their phone, they're incredibly dumb.
Hmm. I remember there was a little rumor going around the internet saying that you could charge your phone wirelessly if you put your phone into the microwave. And people were doing it.
Yeah, maybe we deserve Apple. Ah, there's an amazing video where a little tiny child is trying to be Linus Tech Tips, showing off a phone case, and so they close the case. It's one of those that has like a door, and so they close the door and they hit it 3 times with a hammer, and they open it, and the phone is broken, and they start crying.
Oh. Yeah, Apple Wave. That's what that was. A 4chan classic.
I remember people called Fallout 3 Oblivion with guns. Yeah, I know a lot of people hated Fallout 3 because it made the game way more modern and better.
Well, yeah, how dare they?
I mean, you can't release Fallout 1 or 2 today. You just can't do it.
I dare you to either paint pink or juicy on the butt.
Ah, that'd be pretty good.
Oh my gosh.
Juicy.
I think a flat makes more sense though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what I was doing today? I was watching clips from the movie Knives Out
Mm-hmm.
by the legendary director of Star Wars Episode 8. Everyone's favorite movie. Everyone's favorite Star Wars movie, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
But Knives Out is one of the best movies I've ever seen in my entire life. It is so good. I think the big issue people saw that it was so radically different from the originals. It'd be like if Games Workshop suddenly, instead of war games, all 40K games will now be visual romance novels. I see your point, but you know, they got real popular after they modernized. I mean, the other games were popular and everyone loved them, blah blah blah. But I love Fallout, and I don't feel like I want to go play those games. They look like a nightmare. You're like 18 pixels on a screen, and you're walking around a grid.
I mean, do you really love Fallout then?
No, I don't.
I don't know. Sounds like you're just a poser.
Mm-hmm. I can't even name all of Fallout's albums. If you think that's bad, you should try the original Wasteland. Good God. All I know is all of you guys should try out Knives Out. It's a masterpiece.
Skies up, eyes out.
Knives Out, Eyes Out. Oh my goodness, it's good. It is so unbelievably good. It makes me think if Rian Johnson had had a little bit more time and freedom on his Star Wars movie, it would have been the best Star Wars movie we ever got, ever.
No, he just sucks.
Yes, that's true. I mean, I think he nailed Luke, Rey, and Kylo, and not much else in that movie. But or Laura Dern. I love Laura Dern, but not so much in that movie. Oh, you like Fallout, huh? Name every chem. I never used the chems because I always thought they were annoying. There's Buff Out, Cat Eyes, Slasher, Turbo.
Prancer.
Did I say Buff Out already? I think I did.
Vixen.
Yeah,
Comet.
Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen.
Jeez, I can't wait to get blitzened.
Yeah. Will Disney give the Star Wars movies to Jon Favreau? I don't know. Jon Favreau is very good, but maybe he's doing exactly what he should be doing. Like, he's rocked at TV. Has he done any movies? I mean, not to say that those things are so unrelated, but... I mean, I don't think anyone can make any Star Wars movie the fans enjoyed. I don't think that's possible, but... Oh yeah, you like Star Wars? Name every Star Wars. All right. Well, there's First Contact. There's
No, name every
Enterprise.
star.
Then there's then there's Voyager. Then there's Deep Space Nine. There's
Nailed it.
Kirk and Spock. I did pretty good on the chems though. I think I got half.
Yeah, well, half is still a failing grade.
My favorite Star Wars is Ronald Reagan. Good choice, Kilgore Void. Bro, he had all the freedom he needed. He did away with every major plot point that was introduced in 7. That is true. I mean, he kept Rey goes to see Luke. It would have been really funny if episode 8 starts and it turns out that's not Luke. It's just a guy who kind of looks like him. Or they do like what they did in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, where there's a fake Alan Quatermain who signs autographs as Alan Quatermain. And then like Luke pops up and he's like, "Oh, are you looking for me?"
You never hear people say that their favorite actor is Ronald Reagan.
That's true. He was an actor.
Mm-hmm.
Was he in anything that's remembered?
All right, chat. What's your favorite Ronald Reagan movie?
I mean, obviously Call of Duty Nazi Zombies, but or no, Reagan wasn't in that. Kennedy was in that. Never mind. Ronald Reagan and his fake Star Wars program. It was a real program, wasn't it? It was like a satellite defense program. It just never got made, because obviously.
Or at least that's what they said.
Angry League movie noises. I love League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, the movie. I know it's nothing like the book, and it's not even a great movie, but I love it. He even changed where Kylo got hit with a lightsaber, because he thought where the scar would be would look dumb. Huh. You know what? I didn't even notice that, so he's probably right. It would have looked dumb. Although I did like, in some of the extreme close-ups of Kylo Ren's face, you can see that the whatever space scar treatment they put on him is a temporary tattoo. Only in like
Wait.
one shot.
It's not real?
No,
They
they
didn't
didn't
really do
like
that to
really like graft metal onto his face.
No, weird.
Yeah. I know. Like, did he even want to be in Star Wars?
Bedtime for Bonzo.
Is that a Ronald Reagan film?
I guess so.
Maybe scar healing tech has gotten really good since Luke's time. I mean, presumably.
So it just looks like temporary tattoos now.
Yeah. There's a great like production photo of Luke wearing like a face mask because of the Wampa attack, and it's the worst thing in the world. And thank God they took it off of him before filming. Like, it was like a rigid cast for his face. And thank God somebody smarter than Lucas, I'm sure, said, no, take that off.
I think we should watch this movie. Let me send you just the cover. Oops.
It's a great feeling as a good Ronald Reagan movie. The entire movie is like the scene from Police Academy where the police chief gives a speech at the on that podium and is rudely interrupted. George Lucas didn't direct Empire. That's true. That is very true. Thank God. Yes, I think a lot of people forget he didn't direct Empire or Jedi. But Lucas had story credit for Empire and Jedi, and I think that's it. I don't think he even had screenplay credit. There's also horrible deleted scenes of a Wampa attack on Echo Base, and they were cut out because the Wampas looked terrible.
Look at those ass highlights.
Mm-hmm.
Someone needs to do that to me.
Not sure about the dude who directed Jedi. He died young. Jedi is a decent movie. I feel like it gets real slow after the Jabba stuff. And it doesn't quite get good again until the finale. Ooh, you know what's always made me wonder though? What was Luke's plan to get Han Solo back from Jabba? The Force kick is the highlight of Return of the Jedi. Ass highlights is my favorite movie, especially number 12. Yeah, because Luke. So Lando goes in, presumably to scout the place, and then the droids get sent as presents to Jabba with a message saying, "Give us Han Solo." And then Leia shows up in disguise with Chewbacca. And then when she gets captured, Luke shows up, but he's already hidden his lightsaber in R2. And then he doesn't have his lightsaber to threaten Jabba with, so he just pulls a gun on him. It seems like they probably could have just flown a big spaceship over the castle and said, give us Han, or we just start blasting. I mean, I guess it probably would have been like wrong to use rebel money to help get Han back, but I don't know. Maybe they could have borrowed the Mon Calamari cruiser for an afternoon. Luke was a distraction and a killer. I think Luke was just winging it. I'm pretty sure the Rebel Alliance could have just gone up to Jabba and wrecked his shit up. Yeah. I mean, it's a really fun sequence, the whole Jabba stuff. I wonder, maybe Jabba's are lightsaber proof. And that's why he didn't want to use his lightsaber on Jabba. Probably not, but... Do you think George wakes up in a cold sweat at night thinking about making more changes to the cantina scene? No, he falls asleep to Jedi Rocks every night.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you know what they really like is a nice jazz number here. Yeah, I think that's really what they'd like. And we'll turn the fun little alien into like a torch singer. And then one alien is gonna sing so close that you can see his tonsils move. Why aren't you writing this down? Oh, and get me my coffee. I think the cantina scene was a Steven Spielberg's acid trip that he told Lucas about. Except instead of jazz, we'll call it jizz because that'll never go out of style.
Yeah.
That is true. Honestly, though, the Hutts are an extremely powerful group of gangsters and criminals. Even the Empire leaves them alone in the original canon of Star Wars. That is very true. Hard to really know what that means, though. Like, could the Hutts have toppled the Rebel Alliance? Would the Hutts have come to Jabba's aid? Because it looks like they wouldn't in from the Clone Wars. I mean, the Hutts paid to have their that one Hutt assassinated, and I don't even remember what for. Zero the Hutt, never forget. That is true. Yes, they killed Zero so fast. Also, we find out that Hutts are just very attracted to that species that has the noodle mouth.
Aren't we all?
Do 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 do. When I was little, we owned both editions of the film. We owned the original trilogy on VHS, and we owned the special edition VHS. And I didn't understand the difference. So sometimes when I put in a Star Wars movie, it would just have different scenes. Oh, remember Cad Bane from the Star Wars Clone Wars? I'm so sad that in season 7 they decided not to finish out Cad Bane and young Boba Fett's arc. I don't know if they just weren't able to do it, like their actors had gotten too expensive in the years they braked. If Disney wasn't going to give them what they wanted, or they just didn't want to. Cad Bane was the most competent bounty hunter. Yes, he was. Ooh, what if Cad Bane shows up in Mandalorian?
Ooh.
Ooh, you know what? I'm going to say it now, and then I'll be proven right, I'm sure. Jar Jar shows up in Mandalorian. Season 3 Jar Jar.
Season 3 Jar Jar.
Season 3, it's going to turn into a buddy cop series with Jar Jar and the Mandalorian. You heard it here first, people.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Oh yeah. Jar Jar is the child's father. Wow. No one would see it coming. You know, it'd be really crazy if George Lucas was the child's father. Man, what a twist would that be? Oh, Jar Jar. Oh, George. Yeah, so let's have like a funny bunny rabbit frog. I think the kids will really like that. And the politics. I think it's like poetry. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
I may have gone too far in a few places, but we can diminish the effects of it.
Mm-hmm.
What if George and Jar Jar are both the fathers? Ooh. McClunky. Chesta da hoto ista clenco na bota. Why did Yoda retreat to Dagobah? Did he not have a home planet far away from the Emperor? Well, no. Yoda fought the Emperor, almost won, but then decided, whatever, and then quit for 19 years. Like, Yoda barely loses that fight with the Emperor. He loses, like, they don't even, like, they both just blast each other with the Force. It feels like if Obi-Wan and Yoda fought the Emperor, they'd win.
Exactly.
Ooh, and on that burp, guys, it is 10 o'clock. Big old video coming out tomorrow.
Yeah. Big
Everyone
old video.
Everyone should watch it 10 times.
And send it to your mom.
Yeah.
All of your moms love Eons of Battle.
Yep.
And we'll be back tomorrow for streaming at 9 p.m. Central.
Yeah, and everyone watch Knives Out. It's very good. And end.
Yeah.